All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join us here tonight. We have a very special and great show happening here tonight. We also even have a secondary special surprise guest. We're going to get to that in just a minute here. But tonight, I am reuniting with a great longtime YouTuber friend of mine by the name of RJ Sandifer. And he is a blind and autistic YouTuber with Asperger's, but he's very high functioning. And you couldn't even tell unless, I just shared that information. He's so incredible. You're going to hear more about him tonight. Some of you have known RJ for a while. Some of you are new to RJ. If you're new to RJ, trust me, stick around. This guy is going to blow your mind away with his capabilities. But before we get to all of that, first of all, let me make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And it absolutely has. Let me also check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. And it absolutely is. VP Gloves Nation fan channel. Salute Coach Eli and RJ 07. 07, back to you, brother. Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. I know we also had Lewis Fuller and RJ Sandifer in the chat earlier. I saw that on my phone, but it's not showing up on the screen. I don't know why they're not showing up anymore. Maybe they deleted their messages. My babe was in the chat before the show started saying, looking forward to this. And speaking of my babe, hey, guess what? She's going to be joining us here tonight. So first and foremost, let me bring on my lady, the lady of every hour on this channel, my babe. Babe, welcome to the show. Big round of applause. Welcome, babe.
Well, hello, my love.
Hello, lovely lady.
How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How about yourself, baby?
Oh, I'm doing quite well myself.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Real quick, babe, just so everybody knows, we're on a 1-minute delay tonight, as we always run on this channel. Now, in case something happens, we can dump the delay before it goes out to YouTube. More so to protect my lady. Casey's back in the house. Hey there, Casey. Welcome back. Mused Lady. Hi, RJ. Hello, Eli. Welcome, Mused Lady. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Folks, I'm not going to be showing the StreamYard screen where my lady and RJ are going to be, talking on the show tonight. First of all, because neither one of them will be coming on video. And second of all, just want to, make sure that my lady doesn't accidentally come on video and then it goes out on the show. So, at some point, my lady will show her face and you'll all know who she really is. I mean, the real her, but you'll get to see who she really is. We're just trying to do the best we can to, protect her identity for now so the crazies don't get to her. But besides that, what's been going on, babe? It's been a while since you've done one of these shows with me.
Oh, yeah, it's been quite a week. I would say I've had quite a week since I've done a show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some medical situations, some scary medical situations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then just other normal situations in my life that I was already dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a very busy, complex week.
Yeah.
Hey, Casey.
Yeah. Casey was in the chat for pretty much almost the entire Walking with Purpose stream I did earlier here on this channel, Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. And she was, asking for some information about walking and dieting, and she wants to shed a few pounds. And it was a really great show. Thank you so much for sharing, Casey. And hopefully, the information I gave you helps you to reach your goals and makes you an even better person than you already are. You're already a great person, but hey, we can always improve, right? And I respect it.
And Casey, you can always reach out to me, and we can talk about things, because I did lose a lot of weight, And it was due to stress and other things, but I have been able to maintain that. So
Mm-hmm.
I can give you some information about that as well.
Baby, you used to be thicker than a Snicker. Remember that phrase, thicker than a
I
Snicker?
was about 175. I was about 175, and now I'm 107 pounds.
Yeah, you're about 5'7", right, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Casey. She's 5'7", about the same weight you used to be. She mentioned that on the show earlier. And no, I mean, I've seen pictures of you, baby, when you were at that weight, and I would have still, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this clean, but I would have still, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm
Hit
trying to be
that.
nice, baby. I would have hit that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, of course. Oh, come on. All right, you put me on the spot. It's all good. Casey in the chat says, it has been a long week. Friday can't get here soon enough. Yeah, and before we bring RJ on the show, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say Friday can't get here soon enough. It's my favorite day of the week.
Absolutely. And I'll say this, baby, it is Wednesday, September 14th, 2022, the day that we're doing this live. 1 week ago, on Wednesday, is when all the crazy chaos started happening that you and I had to tend to, and it pretty much took all week to, take care of everything that needed to be taken care of. And maybe we'll share the story at some point, not tonight and maybe not in the near future, but at some point, we'll have some more stories to share, right, baby, to better help people, right?
Oh yeah, I don't mind sharing my story. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we should share this one quite yet. I think there's going to be a time and place for it. Once some other things are handled, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, eventually we will share that. Casey says, thicker than a Snicker, LMAO, that's me. Thicker than a Snicker. That's like an old school phrase. That's like 10 or 20 years old, right? That dates me. Casey mentioned she's 34, almost 35, babe. And so she's going to be getting married next month, I believe. And congratulations to you, Casey. Let's give her a big round of applause.
On my
What do you
mama's
say,
birthday.
baby? Yeah, that's awesome. Big round of applause. I do have the applause button in the studio, Casey, so I'm hearing some feedback here. Are you on your headset,
I'm so sorry.
baby?
I unplugged for a second.
Okay, did you plug back in?
Yep.
All right, we are good now. We're good. All right, so we have had our very special guest waiting patiently on the StreamYard. Are you ready to bring RJ on, baby? This is going to be a phenomenal show. We're going to kind of do this almost interview style. We're going to catch up. Tonight, we're catching up with blind YouTuber RJ Sandifer. So let's bring RJ onto the show, and let's give RJ a big, huge round of applause. Welcome, RJ Sandifer. Welcome, RJ.
Hey, wait. You didn't play my entrance music.
What music is that?
Living Up by Otis McDonald. That's my new entrance music.
Live It Up?
Living Up by Otis McDonald. Yep.
Do I even have that? Living Up.
It's in the YouTube audio library.
Well, the only song I have from Otis McDonald right now in my system is Magic Part 2. It's the one that Queen Helen Casey likes. So, you know what, RJ? I will get that song for the next show. How's that? You're going to have to remind me, though. How's that?
So we can play Double Helix then.
You want some Double Helix, RJ? All right, yes. Here we go! All right, RJ, I'm going to lower it. It's all yours.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Eli has asked that Dee and I talk among ourselves, and he's going to moderate the chat for us. So D, tell us, because inquiring minds would like to know, how did you meet Eli? First of all, did you meet him on a dating app?
Yes, we met on Match.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what was your first impression? Because the first impression is everything. What was your first impression of Eli when you met him in person?
In person,
Yeah.
love at first sight.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew he was the one.
You knew he was the one.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we sat there for, I think, like 2 hours and talked.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really awesome. And you know what? That is the most incredible thing that we have, is that we can literally just sit there and just talk for hours. Wow. On the phone at night when I'm home and he's at his place. And we have tons of stuff to talk about.
Wow.
We do.
So
Yeah.
Eli, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked your woman. When you first met Dee, what was your first impression of her when you met her in person?
Well, I already liked her pictures, RJ, and I'm a good guy. I don't have a one-track mind, but if you don't get the feeling like you want to, jump the woman's bones after seeing her picture on an online dating site or app, then you're not going to want to meet her, no matter how smart and cool she is, right? It all ties in together, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. And when I saw her, she was exactly the same as in her pictures. But I'll tell you what really, really got me, RJ, was her eyes. And she says this, she says, everyone says this about her. It's her eyes, because she started looking at me like a deer in headlights. And she had those sick puppy dog eyes and those just really innocent eyes. And I just felt that was it. I just knew from the moment that, and I know this sounds kind of cliche and weird and, all goody and shit, right? But it does happen. There is such a thing as, love at first sight. I mean, of course, we talked by phone the night before we met for hours, and we got a good feel for each other. So all we had to do was meet. And when we first laid eyes on each other, when we met, we just knew. It was just there. And I'm like, it got, and I'm not trying to say too much. I don't want to embarrass my lady or myself or anyone else, but it got pretty hot and heavy and things could have gone further. But, I really wanted to show my respect to this woman. And I said, look, let's do this the right way. Let's not do this all the way here tonight. Let's go on a second date and do something. Let's get a nice room, go to a nice dinner. Let me show my respect, right? And, she, I guess, apparently appreciated that. Babe, you can speak on that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't expect that to happen.
You didn't expect
Casey,
what to happen?
Well, I didn't expect, because dating in today's world, guys will just hit it and quit it, and they don't care. And Eli did not want that. He actually cared about me as a person, and he wanted to treat me right. And it just was a little shocking in today's time.
Wow.
Yeah, real quick.
I'm really glad you said that.
Real quick, RG, do you mind if I step in here? Let me acknowledge Casey in the chat real quick.
Yes.
I'm going to cut in every now and then to acknowledge the chat. Casey says, LOL, Eli, you look shocked. Well, I don't know if it was shock. I'm a very humble person, Casey, even though I don't come off that way usually. And I've never been good at accepting compliments and stuff. I'm just humble and I take things as they come. So to hear those things, it's more like my humble reaction that makes me look shocked. Shocked, I mean, I can't even talk, but that's what it is. Casey furthermore says, what color eyes does RMP have, Eli? Babe, what are the color of your eyes?
I would say they were like a hazel brown.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fantastic. Well, now, RJ, sorry to interrupt you. What were you saying, bro? Go right ahead, man.
I really like what she said, what your lady said about, uh, how you respected her. And I think that's the main thing. A lot of guys today do not know how to respect women. And I think that's what's missing in the dating world, and in the real world as well. I mean, there's a guy on YouTube that I follow right now that basically all his videos that he uploads are just about this one particular female creator. He's never met the girl or nothing. And all he does is he uploads videos saying, "Oh, I love you. We're gonna be together. Um, God will bring us together," and blah blah
Oh
blah.
my
And
God.
the girl is just creeped out by it. And I finally
Who
told the
wouldn't
guy,
be?
yeah,
I'm
I
creeped
told the
out by it.
guy, I said, "Look, man," I said, "you're acting like a beta male." I mean, I flat out said that on his channel. I'm like, "You're acting like a beta male, and no wonder
Absolutely.
why she's turned off by you." And I think that's part of the problem. A lot of these guys, they get infatuated with a girl, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to be that way. I used to, in
Oh
my
yeah.
younger days, I used to be that way. I think, and um, you know, then I finally realized, you know what, RJ, let a girl show you interest before you start pursuing her. Like you can ask her, hey, I'm RJ, how are you? Blah blah
Babe,
blah.
hold on. Can you, babe, when you're doing stuff, can you mute, please?
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So it's basically, oh, that's okay. Like, so it's basically what I try to do is when I talk to a girl, I'm like, "Hi, I'm RJ. I'm 43. I'm single. I don't have any kids. It's nice to meet you. Would you like to talk again sometime?"
Right.
And if she doesn't respond, then I take that as a hint that maybe she might not be interested in me.
Yeah, you got to move on. Yeah.
You got to move on. And if she does respond, then we talk, and then I'll say, "Well, if you want to talk again, just let me know." And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It just depends on the
Right.
person. But you can't, and in the situation I was just referring to, I know both the guy and the girl. The girl is another YouTuber I follow. She lives here in the US, but she was born in the Philippines. She came over here for work. And the guy, I don't know where he's from. He sounds like he might be from a foreign nation, not the US, but somewhere else. And I was pretty blunt with the guy. I said, "Look, dude, she's not interested in you. It's clear. Even a blind man can see it. She's not interested in you. She doesn't like you.
Right.
And you keep on. You're going to just keep pushing her away and pushing her away. And even you know, and it can even put you in the friend zone. And I have been friend zoned before, and it's not fun."
Or it can get you a restraining order too, RJ. The friend zone would be,
That too.
something that a guy being a stalker or having stalkerish type behavior, that would be something that wouldn't be the worst thing. It can get worse. They can be served with a restraining order. But real quick, RJ, what you were saying earlier is, a lot of these guys, they don't respect women, right? The real problem is these guys don't respect themselves. They have no self-respect. They have no self-love, and they project that onto everyone, whether they're a man or a woman, for whatever reason. The people that behave that way are just not happy within themselves, deep within. That's my opinion. But go ahead, brother.
Well, and two, I do want to say, this, okay? I do remember that, it was a few years ago that I was interested in Gemma Grace. And I'll just say, I'm going to just come right out and say it. I was interested in getting to know more about Gemma Grace. But what I did, and what I didn't realize what I was doing until Eli helped me out, was I was being a little, I was starting to smother her a little bit, and it was making her feel uncomfortable. And see, when a guy does that, it turns a girl off. And it makes her feel like, well, my God, he's smothering me. And I'm not saying this to try to draw attention or anything like that. I'm saying it because if there's a guy out there who might be doing this kind of behavior, I'm saying stop it, because you don't want somebody to walk away from you and not speak to you again. And now I think now that I'm getting older, I've learned that, okay, if a girl is interested in me, she's going to show it. And if she's not, she's going to let me know it. So,
right.
Either way, I'm okay either way. I've learned to be content with whatever state I'm in. If I do get married, okay, great. If I don't, if I'm single until the day I die, okay, great. I'm happy within myself, because if you're not happy within yourself and you don't love yourself, then how in the hell are you going to love somebody else?
Right.
Word.
Right. Could not have said it.
Yeah. That's church right there.
Could not have said it better myself. Now, real quick, couple things. Let me just step on in here. First of all, RJ, well, let me answer Casey's question first, or her comment. I have blue eyes, but nobody ever notices my eyes first. LOL. Well, you told me earlier, Casey, while I was on the walk on that stream, that you're a busty woman and you have
curvy.
You have some curves on your behind. I mean, everyone's going to notice that. Guys are going to notice that. Even good guys like me are going to notice that, and we like that. But there's more to it than that. And I honestly think that a guy that's really into a woman for the right reasons, yeah, he'll notice, oh, yeah, she's got big boobies and big booty and all this and that, right? But then he'll look right at her eyes and make eye contact and say, hey, it's a great pleasure to meet you, and the woman's going to, catch you looking at her. And if the woman's really into you and she feels it, women either feel it or they don't. Just like the men, we either feel it or we don't. It either happens right away or it'll never happen, right, babe? That's the way it goes. But yeah. once you see each other and then you look into each other's eyes, within the first minute or less of seeing each other after, doing those, what do they call it, babe? They call it elevator eyes. I remember being in the corporate world and they were saying, be careful, guys, don't use elevator eyes on women because that could be sexual harassment. You know what elevator eyes are, baby? You check the woman up and down, the boobies and all that. We used to call it elevator eyes. It was in the handbook. It was in the handbook.
I've never heard that, but that's hysterical.
You've never heard of elevator eyes?
No, but I get it. Yeah, no, that's hysterical.
Well, that's what Casey was talking about.
Funny.
She was talking about elevator eyes. Guys look at her boobs and they don't check out her eyes. Now, I'm sure the man that you're marrying, Casey, likes all parts of your body and your eyes, and he likes your personality. But I get it. Before that, you probably, I mean, the
I'm
guys,
sure.
sure, guys are going to still check you out even though you're engaged. Guys check my woman out even though she's with me, you know. And us guys, yeah, we still look at other women. We just don't touch, right? So they're gonna, you know, guys are still gonna give you elevator eyes even if you're taken. So I get it. But it should be more about what's on the inside, you know, the heart and soul. And that's, you know, what's kept my lady and I together for over a year. Okay. And RJ, the other thing here.
What?
Go ahead,
Really
babe. Go ahead,
quick,
babe.
baby. I just want to say to Casey, I am sure that your fiance fell in love with those beautiful blue eyes, you know, and that's where it started. So, you know, it has nothing to do with the curves, the boobs, the butt. It has to do with the heart, the soul, the eyes. That's where it comes from.
It does,
So
babe,
that's where.
but you can't, babe. You know I love you. I love everything about your personality and all that. But when we get in those Epsom salt baths, I gotta say, I really like, you know, what's right in front of my face
Oh, I
too.
know.
I'm not
I
gonna
know
lie.
you
I
don't
mean,
make eye contact.
I do make eye contact, but I look at
No,
all
you
of
don't.
you. Baby, I'm going to sing that John Legend song, All of Me Loves All of You. You want me to do that again? I can't sing, but I can try.
You're
So
hysterical.
what were you saying, Eli?
Oh, well, Archie, what I
Yeah.
was going to say, the second part was, you know, you were speaking about another another autistic YouTuber on the YouTube platform, Gemma Grace. And, you know, I'm going to try to say this as respectfully as possible. I've known her for a while. And I'll be honest with you, brother, respectfully speaking, you dodged the bullet on that one. Things happen for a purpose. She wasn't the right person for you. And even if she wanted to be with you, RJ, she's just not the right fit for you. And look, I don't think she's a bad person. I just don't think she really knows what she wants. She is the type of person that would rather hang around drama-centric type of people that talk smack about other people, because that's what she's turned out to be, honestly. Like, you know, she's supposed to be a channel talking about autism and raising awareness regarding autism, and she hangs around drama-centric channels that talk shit about other YouTubers. So, honestly, bro, you know, things happen for a purpose, and I think you dodged the bullet. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, yeah, you know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, and not only that, I mean, it was good that it happened because it taught me, you know, a valuable lesson. And, you know, I don't want to, you know, make people think that I'm, you know, bashing her or anything like that. I'm not. I'm just saying that it did teach me a lesson because, you know, now when I talk to a girl, if a girl, you know, shows that she's not interested in me, I just walk away. I don't pursue it. And
Yeah.
when when I was seeing this guy going after this female YouTuber and uploading video after video after video after video after video after video, telling her that he loved her and they were going to be together, I just finally just told him, you know, how I felt, and he has not uploaded a single video today. I don't know if what I said got to him or if he just didn't feel like uploading today or what, but he didn't. I have not seen one single video from him.
Well, you know what, RJ, the type of content he's creating is basically being a stalker, an online stalker of this woman, and that can get your YouTube channel shut down for a terms of service violation. I mean, that's something that shouldn't even be allowed on YouTube. That's basically creator on creator harassment.
Well, and that's what I told the guy. I said, look, in fact, it was that live stream I did yesterday. I told him, I said, look, I said, this is creator on creator harassment. You can get your channel terminated because of this.
Yep.
And people don't realize YouTube is really starting to get strict on this stuff, you know, this type of thing. YouTube is coming out with a lot of good updates, but they're also tightening the rules. I mean, now some ASMR channels have to watch what they do, because now YouTube says if you even make sounds that um, might be gratifying, sexually gratifying,
Mm-hmm.
that's a no-no. I mean, and like what me and my good friend Nitro Freak were talking about. Um, we were talking about this on his channel. Is people need to read the YouTube guidelines and the policies, because if you don't, you could get yourself in trouble.
Right.
And so now I'm starting to really, really stress that on my own channel, is to really get into the YouTube guidelines and YouTube policies, because I'm like 1,070 hours until monetization. I need 4,000 watch hours. But now, now that I'm looking into my studio and I'm looking at my videos and stuff like that, it's like, wow, because people are starting to watch my content more. And now I'm thinking about, okay, is this content going to be ad friendly? Because I don't want to have anything on my channel that's not ad friendly and does not,
Right.
because that's very important. And so,
Mm-hmm.
and now, when you get monetized, you can even you can even use the shop tab, the shopping tab, and
That's
have an
correct.
online store. And so I'm going to be taking advantage of that and using that. Probably coming out with some RJ Sandiford merch. Here's the thing, T-shirt. you know, it's not copyrighted, so duh, I can put it on a shirt. I can put it on a mug. Get your free. Here's the thing, RJ Sandiford T-shirt for
No, you know what you do?
$25.
You know what
What?
you do, RJ? You
What do
put
you
a
do?
big RJ, kind of like a Superman style RJ in the middle of the shirt, and then around it you put blind badass RJ.
Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yep.
Yep.
Own it, brother.
That
Own
would
it.
own it. Blind badass RJ. I love it.
That's it,
um.
man. That's it, dude. I mean, that's who you are.
Oh well, yeah.
You're
Well,
you're
I
you're
mean, look.
you're a blind badass.
Well, look at what I've had to go through. I've had to, I had to be in the hospital for like 6 months until I got to 4 pounds, because I was a pound and 11 ounces, or no, a
Mm-hmm.
pound 5 ounces 11 inches long in
Yeah.
'79. So, and they didn't think I was going to survive. So, my gosh, I've had to go through a lot in my life, and
Right.
that is saying something. And and two, Eli, you mentioned this before, and I want I want you to really give your, give it from your heart. But you've said this to me, RJ, I really like how things are going this time, because you're not flip flopping and back and forth, or whatever. Um, could you speak on that? How it makes you feel that we are working together finally?
Oh, it's. I've been looking forward to this day for 4 years, RJ. And there are immature, insecure, and unstable people out here on this platform that will say, "Oh, you're white knighting for RJ. You're sucking up to RJ." Well, to those of you that think that, you guys need an incredible amount of help that you're not open to. I honestly feel that way. RJ's a good guy, and him and I both had to learn how to deal with many aspects of YouTube that you're unaware of when you come on the platform. You can read all the YouTube rules, terms of service, community guidelines, copyright guidelines, all that stuff, right? You can learn how this platform works in and out, right? And still not be prepared or even understand what's going to happen when you come on here. You're going to encounter a lot of different types of people, all walks of life, all types of personalities, fake people, real people. It's a shared platform, and there's just about, a little bit of everything on here, or maybe a lot of everything out here. On YouTube now, there's 500 hours of video uploaded to this platform every minute. 500 hours between live streams and pre-recorded videos. And that's just an insane amount of content, right? But I'm very proud that, you've been running this channel now for almost 10 months. You're nearing 2K subs. You've got a community tab. You're starting to gain your watch hours. You're starting to meet some new people. And you're going to be monetized. The moment you hit, 4,000 watch hours, RJ, you're going to be monetized. And that will be the biggest FU. I'll say it politely in that way. That'll be the biggest FU to everyone out there that ever doubted what you're capable of doing. And it will also make me even more proud because and I mentioned this earlier on my walking stream, RJ, out of every single person I've met on this platform, whether they're a YouTuber or a consumer of content, you are the most special one. You are the one that I've always come back to. You've always come back to me. The truth of the matter is we never had an issue with each other. We've always been pinned and pitted against each other by other drama-centric groups on this platform that attack other YouTubers in a fake instigated way to create content as their type of content. This is what these people do. And some of these people are even getting sponsored and paid to create this type of content, right? And until you figure out what these people are doing and how it's affecting, other people on the platform from working together, because their job is to keep us apart by getting us to fight, right? That's what they're getting paid to do. And then while we fight, then they're creating content off of us fighting instead of us staying together and creating our own content. You see what I'm saying? So I had to come to terms with that on my own. And I came to terms with that a few years ago, year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I had a little more experience regarding this than you because I've been on the platform a little bit longer than you, but you finally caught up to it, over the last 6 months to 9 months, but especially the last 3 to 4 months, you finally caught up to it and realized all along what I was trying to say. And it wasn't that I was trying to tell you what to do. I was just trying to protect you. But go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Well, and too, when you, it was just like I was talking with, the YouTuber, the Filipina P, and she has over 100,000 subscribers, and she released a video yesterday, and it was talking about how people will try to, like if you're dating a Filipino woman, how people will try to get involved in your relationship and stuff like that. But she had mentioned how people even will talk smack about you, even like, when she was building her parents' house, she was talking about how the people in her town, when she was building her parents a new house, that, a foreigner's paying for it, or she must be doing something, or her mom is this and that, and she's like, people will talk smack about you and about your family and stuff like that. And I was talking to her in private, and she said, RJ, she said, even now at 100,000 subscribers, there's sometimes where it gets so bad that I feel like quitting YouTube because of the trolls and things like that. But then I think I can't because I've got people depending on me for content that they like. I've already started this. I've already got this far. I can't give up now. And it and some of her trolls have even commented in on some other channels that I follow. Oh, don't listen to the Filipina P. She's nothing but a scammer. Oh, her boyfriend's in a wheelchair and he tells her what to say in her videos, and just all this nasty stuff. And I said, how does it make you feel? And she told me, she said, it hurts. But she said, you have to have thick skin on this platform. I mean, those are my words. I'm paraphrasing what she said. But she said, you have to have thick skin on this platform, or otherwise you're going to get crucified. So if a big YouTuber's telling you that, what does that tell these smaller YouTubers? What does that tell us as smaller YouTubers? We have to learn to deal with it, and you've dealt with it pretty well, Eli. I must say, you're dealing with it pretty well. I'm proud of you, bro.
RJ, I appreciate it. It's taken a lot to work through this. Obviously, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I had a lot of strength before I came on YouTube. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I had thick skin at a regular, normal level that anyone would have thick skin in real life before I came on YouTube. But that wasn't good enough for YouTube. Having, thick skin for YouTube is not good enough. On YouTube, you need thick skin or tough skin times 10. Because you're going to be dealing with all of these crazies on here that honestly are everything that they're projecting us to be. So, and for example, everything these people say about me and talk shit about me is how they see themselves. The way these people, and it's not just people that have come at me in the past, it's the people that, have come at, your friends or at you or anyone or my lady. I'm going to get to my lady here in a second. She has a lot to say about this. But basically, everything these people say and do, whether it's fake instigated for views or it's real or whatever, is a direct reflection of how they see themselves. Plain and simple, it's a direct reflection of how they see themselves, right? And they're doing this because they feel there's no other way they can build a genuine audience doing something legit on YouTube and make the money they're making and get the audience they're getting creating this drama shit. And that's the truth of the matter there. But yes, it took a lot, RJ, to work through this, and it stressed me out. It made me sick at times. I got hurt a few times, just out of being tired. And I just said, you know what? The stress and the mental anguish and all the crazy stuff, it's just not worth it. So I just said a couple years ago, enough of it. I'm going to ignore this. And if I want to talk about it every now and then, I'll talk about it and go right back to doing what I'm doing and not let it affect me. And now I've gotten to the point, RJ, where I don't copyright strike people at all. I got people out there right now re-uploading full re-uploads of my past content and or rebroadcasting all my live streams and stuff. And I really don't care, because at some point, the real audience that was meant to view my content is going to find me here, and it's going to surpass, what other people are doing. So it's all about just, learning how to deal with the crazies, ignoring them, and staying focused on your greatness and moving forward. And now I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to leave you both here, but baby, are you there?
I am.
And baby, be real careful so you don't say anything you're not supposed to say, because I'm going to take a break for about 5-6 minutes and use the restroom and get some more coffee. But I'd like for you to share some of your thoughts in general. You don't have to mention any names or anything like that, but, your experiences coming on this platform and being even well-versed by myself. I mean, I prepped you for like 6-7 months before you even came on here. And even that, I mean, it was better than nothing, because had you not had the prep I gave you, yeah, it might have been worse for you. You might have left. But share with RJ and the audience, there were times where you thought about leaving and not doing this, but then you just said, screw it. I can do this. Share your story. How's that, baby?
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
All right, so I'm gonna basically turn my camera off and leave it on the main screen here, folks. You're not gonna be able to see my lady or RJ. They're audio only anyway, but you'll see a beautiful background. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Take it away, babe. You can chat with RJ. Just make sure you don't say anything you're not supposed to, because I'm not gonna be here to cut that.
Oh
All right,
my
here.
goodness. Okay.
All right.
So what was it like for you when you came on here?
Oh, it was crazy, but I want to say one thing first.
Okay.
If you want to have me on a panel, I think that might help monetize your channel quicker because of all the trolls.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I would be
We
more
can,
than happy. You know what? I was actually going to ask you if you would like to come on my channel.
yeah, I would love to do a panel with you and just talk about whatever.
Awesome. Awesome. That would be awesome. I will talk to you about that after the show.
Yes,
And
I did reach out to you on Messenger.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. When did you reach out to me?
last week.
Okay, I'll have to check because I have sometimes my messenger filters things. So let
Yeah,
me
that's what
check.
Eli said.
Yeah, let me check that and then I'll get back to you. Um and we'll set it up. But yeah, I would be more than happy to have you on my channel.
Yeah,
Just me and you just talk and things like that. I think that'd be awesome. Um
yeah,
so
me too.
what so basically and this is and if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to, but do you think that one day you might create your own YouTube channel or just go on Eli's?
I think I'll just probably go on with Eli.
Awesome. Okay. That's all. That's I've been wanting to ask you that, but that's, to each their own. I think that's a good thing. I think that's
Yeah,
a good thing. You're helping him with his channel, and I think that's partly the reason why the channel's doing so good is because you are helping him. I'm not saying that Eli wasn't good before, but having you by his side, it kind of gives the channel that extra oomph, that extra
yeah, it
push.
brings something else to it.
Yeah. It brings that extra push, and
Yeah,
so having the both of you, it's like, wow, the banter back and forth. You're able to talk with each other. I just like how now when you're doing these live streams on Coach Eli authentic live streams, and you guys are talking about a topic, and Eli says, okay, I think it's this, and you're like, okay, but have you thought about this? Oh no, I haven't thought about that. Or, yeah, I've thought about that, but here's what you're missing. It gives it kind of an interesting, you're getting
different
both sides.
perspectives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
different perspective. um and the thing I like about Eli is that he and I, we're on different sides of the political spectrum, and and we can talk and we can still agree. That's what I like about him,
yeah,
is we can talk about different things. And he's like, I remember one time we were doing a show, and he's like, RJ, I know you voted for Trump. I'm like, yeah, I voted for Trump. I mean, that was all that. It was when all that stuff went down about
yeah.
about George Floyd, I think it was.
Oh,
Um, oh
yeah.
yeah. But do you remember back in the day? Is back in the '90s. Back in the '90s, 1992, the
Mm.
Rodney King incident.
Rodney
That
King.
Yeah, that was a very hectic time for those of you who weren't around then. Basically, these police officers beat the crap out of him, and they got off, and people were upset. People were
Yeah.
pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah. It was horrific.
Oh yeah.
It was not okay.
It was not okay. And really, see, and I think that's part of the problem too, is a lot of people don't realize this stuff didn't just start happening in 2020. This has been going on for a long time.
A long time.
And I remember in '94, I was just talking about this. I was just talking about this the other night with some friends of mine. I remember in '94, they had this trial of the of this lady, and a lot of people like Eli's lady and I know this, but some of you younger people wouldn't. Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh yeah.
Lorena Bobbitt. And my dad, my late father, because that's when they had when they first started broadcasting trials on CNN.
Mhm.
And so we would all sit in the living room and we would listen to this trial. And I would tell
Uh-huh.
my dad, Dad, I think she's guilty. And he said, Son, he said, now wait a minute. Because I was like in the eighth grade at this point. And he said, Son, I think she has a mental illness. I think there's something wrong with her. And I said, what makes you think that? And he said, well, when you listen to her story, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then
Mhm.
she got up on the stand and started telling her story. And I'm like, Dad, I see your point. And I said, what do you think's going to end up happening? And Dad said, RJ, they're going to find her not guilty by reason of insanity.
Yep.
And then the jury came back with their verdict, not guilty by reason of insanity. And I'm like, Dad, you picked that out. You didn't even, like, he sat there and listened to that whole case. And my dad was, my mom was in the legal field. She was a paralegal. But my dad really wasn't interested in law per se. He was more of a get out there, work on cars, carpentry work, stuff like that. But he just got invested in this case and listening to this case. And he said, they're going to find her not guilty by reason of insanity. And he was right. I mean, I was like, wow, that's weird.
Well, I'm sorry. What man wouldn't get invested?
Yeah,
That was a scary case.
it was. It was a scary case. But
This woman just chopped off her husband's jewels.
Yeah.
So every man in the country
Every
was
man,
interested.
yeah. Like, I mean, but even when I was in high school, or not in high school, but when I was in junior high, I would go to school and I would hear my friends, the song from the Lion King, a wee moe, a wee moe,
We
a wee.
away.
Yeah. And so my friends, we would all be sitting in the cafeteria, and me and a group of my friends, in the bedroom, the mighty bedroom, Lorraine.
I was going to say,
Oh,
ooh, we no way.
Yeah. So basically, we would all.
Ooh. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
basically,
Welcome back.
me and my friends, we would all in the bedroom, the mighty bedroom, Lorena sleeps tonight, and I would go a wiener whack, a wiener whack, a wiener.
oh my God.
And the teachers would get so mad at us.
They found John's penis on the expressway, and they were able to recover it and sew on his penis again. I can't even say it the right way. They were able to sew on his penis again. And, ever since I heard that story, I was listening to, what you folks were saying on my phone while on break. And, when you got into the Lorena thing, I'm like, wow, that was, that made me just always want to protect my balls when I'm in public. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Oh my God! But now, I mean, like the cases down here in Florida. I mean, we've had some high profile cases here in
Uh-huh.
Florida. Even the case with you had Casey Anthony back in the
Oh yeah.
2010 era
Oh, she was
2011.
she was a she was a nut job.
Oh, she was a nut job. Everybody in my house thought she was guilty. We all thought she was guilty.
She was guilty.
But the problem was Kaylee's body had decomposed to the point of where they couldn't determine what killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's what got her off. If they would have found her body sooner, there probably would have been a conviction. And I can say that because, I went to school for criminology and criminal justice. So I have a bachelor's degree in that. So basically, true crime is like one of my favorite hobbies. I love true crime.
Me too.
And yeah, now what they're doing, now there's this case out of Ohio, and this guy basically went and killed 8 family members in like 4 separate murder scenes. Like killed 2 different families, all over a child custody dispute. And so, and do you remember the school shooting that happened in Florida with Nicholas Cruz, Eli?
I don't remember that one, RJ. Go ahead and remind us of
Okay,
that.
No, I don't remember that one.
Okay, so basically what happened here on Valentine's Day of 2018, I believe it was, 2018, this guy, Nicholas Cruz, went into a high school in Broward County and basically shot the place up. And 17 students were killed, along with 3 teachers. He pled guilty to the crime, and now a jury is hearing the facts to determine whether or not Cruz should live or die.
Die.
Yeah, he should. Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
yeah,
That was not my filter on.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Florida is a death penalty state, right, RJ?
Oh yeah, in fact, there was a bill in the Florida legislature a few years ago. I don't think it passed, but they have tried getting rid of lethal injection and substituting it either for the electric chair or firing squad.
Oof.
Yeah.
Firing squad?
They want to get.
Oh
Oof.
yeah.
Wait. So
Nice.
wait. What you're saying, RJ, is that Florida now wants to execute people Wild West, old school Wild West days style, where they take you out back and they just blow your head off.
They tried. This
Wow.
legislator tried to pass that bill, but I don't think it even made to the floor of the state house.
Yeah, that's a little bit too crazy
Yeah,
for the modern world. Yeah, I mean, lethal injection is what we use here in California. They used to use the chair. I don't think really anyone uses the chair anymore.
Actually, it was the gas chamber in California.
Gas chamber, that's right. But I believe we had the chair as well, but now it's lethal injection. I think lethal injection is what they're doing everywhere. Because here's the thing, RJ and Babe. When you're putting someone on the electric chair, it's like a spectacle of a show, and they don't want to make it that. But when you're doing the gas chamber, that's, I don't know, maybe that just wasn't efficient. But lethal injection, they just inject you with something, and it's kind of like it's like putting a dog to sleep, but putting a human being to sleep. Right. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. It's like the most.
I'll say this: I'm a big proponent of the death penalty. I believe in the death penalty wholeheartedly. I always have, always will, and I have actually gotten into debates with people about, like child. I think we should take all child rapists and child murderers and put them to death. They don't deserve to. They don't even deserve to take up space That's how I feel about it. Because
Yeah.
if you kill a child or hurt a child in any way, you deserve to die. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. In my opinion, at least. I mean, that's just the way I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, America is one of these countries that's like, we are the home of the free, the land of the brave. But
Mhm.
in some of these other countries, like in Saudi Arabia, if they catch you with drugs, it's an automatic death sentence.
Right.
Automatic. And that's why people don't want to do drugs over there, because they know, oh shit, if I take drugs in there, they're gonna kill my ass. I mean, let's face it. I mean, but enough of that. So anyway, this is what I really enjoy. I really enjoy going on YouTube, and I really enjoy talking to people and really conversing with people. And now that I'm in this new community of people, and Eli, you've met one of my new friends,
Nitro
Nitro
Freak.
Freak. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
Yeah.
actually, Eli, I wanted to send you one of his videos. He just dropped a video just today where he was testing out an RC car.
Mm-hmm.
It was a premiere, and I wanted to send it to you, but I didn't know if you were live or what. But dude, you should go check that. You should go check that video out. I'll have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the private mod chat for everybody to check out after this.
Yeah.
But this guy is so freaking knowledgeable and so freaking smart. And
Mm-hmm.
one of these days, hopefully, we can get Nitro Freak on this channel, or we can all next time I do a live, it's going to be with you and or not. Actually, let me take that back. I I was talking with D, and she wants me to interview her, so that'll be coming up next, and then probably sometime in the near future we could have all four of us on, me, you, D, and Nitro Freak. But I mean,
Yeah.
this guy is so freaking smart. He was in the United States Army for like 25, 26 years, and he was also a former drill sergeant in Fort Jackson, Georgia, which coincidentally, that's where my sister went to boot camp for the Army, because she was in the Army at one point. She had to be honorably discharged due to a medical issue, but I mean, that they didn't catch before she left MEPS. But she learned a lot from boot camp, and that's the thing. He was saying is that Not Your Freak was saying is that we break you down and then we build you up into a soldier. And if you listen to some of the stories he tells about his time in Afghanistan and his time in Iraq, you would be like, damn.
Yeah. You know
Damn.
what's funny, RJ? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
And babe, I never shared this with you. When I was younger, I was in RC cars. And even when I was in my late 20s, I was into RC cars. I was working as an assistant store manager for, I think it was Office Depot at the time. And I had a key carrying supervisor I would work with. We would do a lot of the overnights and stock the shelves and, label the shelves and do all that type of work. I mean, we did, the other stuff too, but that was our primary job. And so we were typically off during the same days. And he got me back into RC cars. And in RC cars nowadays, they use nitro fuel. That's where he got his name. And literally, I spent between buying the kit and spare parts and different tires and gears and stuff, I spent over $2,000. And I had this truck. I can't remember what it was called. I bought a bigger engine, a 26 cubic centimeter engine, which was a bigger engine back then. I think they have bigger ones now. And I mean, I literally had this truck that would go like 50, 60 miles an hour, because I souped it up. And then they have these things called spur gears, which is what makes the truck move from the engine, right? And
Right.
they would come with plastic spur gears. And because my truck was so fast with a powerful engine, it would strip the plastic spur gear. So finally, the company that made my truck, can't remember the name of my truck, can't remember what it was called. They made a metal spur gear, and I bought a metal spur gear and never had a problem. But then I crashed the truck, and it was going to cost too much money to fix it. You know, I mean, sometimes you lose control and stuff, or it gets stuck. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's some fun stuff that who knows, I might get back into.
You and him should. Yeah, you and him should talk about that shit because I mean he knows his shit about RC. But my question is, are these cars like the toy cars that you get as a child, or are these?
Oh bigger? No. Oh, these are bigger. They're a little bit bigger, but these are actual, you know, gas powered vehicles. Like they use what's called nitro fuel, right? So basically, the cars that we had were like battery powered, right? Electric powered, right? But they started making them using gas. Nitro fuel is what they call it, a form of gas for RC cars, and it's basically like having a miniature real car is what it is, and you work on it like a real car. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh okay. Mm-hmm. So you don't actually get into these things and drive it around.
No, you use a radio control. You have a radio control.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
it's an RC car. It's radio controlled. But I mean, you know, when you soup these things up, especially a truck that was made to more so hop over things, not go fast. When you soup up your truck to go as fast as a car, that's pretty insane. That's what I did with mine. and then it hit a wall. I mean, I didn't total it, but it did enough damage to the point of where I was like, okay, I've had enough fun. I've had enough, fun and wasting money fixing this thing, and I retired it. I still have it somewhere in the garage, but
oh damn,
maybe I'll repair it one day and do a YouTube video on it. Who knows?
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome if you did that. Like, and maybe Nitro Freak and some of the other RC people could probably help you with that, because I think it'd be really cool if you said, hey, this is my RC car that I've had for years, and I decided to bring her out of retirement and fix her up. You know, I mean, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be that you should do that, Eli. I think that'd be good for the channel. I think you would probably get more subscribers and probably get more watch hours. I mean, not that you already have.
Well, yeah, both the channels are monetized, but no, I mean, it's nice to switch it up every now and then. I do want to stay more focused on my content, but yeah, every now and then I could throw in a filler like that. But real quick, RJ and Babe, I want to try to wrap this up at an hour. We're an hour and 7 minutes. You know, I want to try to wrap it up in the next 20-25 minutes because we all need to rest. But I want to get into more of, you know, what does the future hold for you, RJ? And what are the plans for you, myself, other people we're collaborating with out here on YouTube? What are our future plans of moving forward together? And how do you see that sustainable? And then, Babe, I'm going to ask you the same thing after RJ answers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I think you know, like we're doing now. You were on my channel a few days ago. I'm here now. Respectfully, professionally, maturely is going to be on my channel. AKA D is going to be on my channel. I got to get back with her. So, I mean, we're going to have, you know, some people on and you know, just keep pumping out content between our two channels and keep getting it done on this platform. I mean, I had you on. I'm going to have D on. And then, you know, some other people. Just keep on trucking. I mean, that's all you can do. And I really appreciate the opportunity to, you know, be here. And I really appreciate D, you asking me if you could come on my channel. I really appreciate that, because I was going to ask you, and I just didn't know when would be an appropriate time. But like I said, we'll talk about that via Messenger after the show, and then we'll see what happens. But be expecting to see Eli's lady on my channel.
Yay.
And
Yay!
that'll be coming up very soon.
Yay.
That'll be coming up very soon. Oh, by the way, Eli, could you please do me a favor? Could you
Yeah.
please put my channel in the chat so people can subscribe to me? I would appreciate that. Please subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications and leave a comment down below so that, and let me know, hey, I heard you on Eli's stream tonight or whatever. And, because I'm trying to, get my channel up there and trying to get my watch hours. I have a very, very good feeling my channel is going to go places. And if we just keep going and we don't give up, we're going to surpass all the negativity. We're going to be positive. While they go low, we go high.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to aim for the stars. And and I've said this on my channel plenty of times. I see my channel at 100,000 subscribers. That's
Wow.
where that's my ultimate goal, because I want to be able to show people that just because I'm blind, I can do this. I can do this platform. I've had trolls tell me, "Oh, RJ, YouTube is a visual platform. It's not for you. When are you going to learn this? Just shut your channel down." And I have not done that. I have stayed the course this time. And I, like you said, I've had this channel for almost 10 months. And it feels damn good. I'm telling you, it feels damn good. January 26th of 2022, I created this channel. So January 2023, January 26th of 2023 is going to be precisely 1 year. And on that day, we are going to have a live stream to celebrate. I mean, that's going to be awesome. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully by that time, I'll be able to have some new equipment because of Christmas coming up and everything like that. I'm looking forward to seeing if, seeing what happens for Christmas. But that's beside the point. But I'm just looking forward for everything good to happen on the channel. And I really appreciate all the good people that are subscribing to my channel. And I'm just thankful that you and I are working together again. I love it. I just love it. And I want to give a shout out to Lewis Fuller, California Outdoors, Dion. Give a shout out to you, brother. Nitro Freak, I have to give you a shout out. John Pohl, part of Nitro Freak's community. Oh, John, you love John Pohl. He's a great guy. I'll introduce you to him. There's some other people that I'll introduce you to, Eli. I mean, these are all good people. And just like they told me, every community has its drama, but we're going to do our best to keep you out of it.
No, and I appreciate that. RJ, real quick, and I want to get my lady's opinion here. Remember this phrase, RJ or babe: keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Yep.
Who said that?
I remember that.
Who said that? Who said that?
Keep your feet on the ground.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've
Casey
heard it,
Kasem.
but...
Casey Kasem.
Oh yeah,
remember the weekly top 40 with Casey Kasem. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. I'm Casey Kasem. Yep.
You sound just
God
like
rest
him.
his soul.
Yep.
I try to.
I'm more of a Ryan Seacrest kind of girl.
Well, Ryan Seacrest took over for Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
In the top 40.
Eli, I will be right back. Okay, buddy.
Sounds good, RJ. Muse Lady says, keep looking forward and don't. I don't know why Nightbot deleted your message, Muse Lady, but I'll read it. Keep looking forward and don't look back. Ignore those negative people. I don't know if the word negative got it. It's not a block word, but
Blech.
I don't know. Excuse me, my throat here. Give me a second here. I'm going to mute. Oh, I did take my Flonase before the show, baby. But baby, what are your thoughts about moving forward? What do
Oh,
you see? What do you see in the future?
I see a lot of positivity here. Working with RJ, working with Lewis, Dion, Lucretia, everybody that we have here. We've got a great team of good people. We're pulling in some really good people also. So I think a lot of good things are happening.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I noticed the same thing. It's been really nice to connect with RJ, reconnect with him, and to get connected with some of his people, such as a Nitro Freak.
And I don't know
Dion's been.
if you heard on the break what I told him, because he wants to be monetized. I said I think if I go on,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm kind of like one of those people that everybody listens to right now, you know?
Well, yes, and baby, here's the thing. I'm not. You're an amazing speaker, and you have a lot of great stories that have helped many people and will continue to help many people. I think the
Well,
reason why. Go ahead.
uh-huh. No, and I think RJ and I have a lot we can talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's no problem. You, of course, you can go on this show. I think you're at the point now where you can handle yourself, and if something happens and something slips, and people find things out, we're at the point of where we just really don't care.
I'll deal with
we're
it.
we're doing the best we can with what we've got, but I think initially, and I'm not trying to take anything away from you, baby. You've been phenomenal. I think initially why people, were tuning in more when you were on the shows is because number one, they wanted to see who I was dating and why that person's with me, and they were also trying to get to you to get to me, and that's
Well, now they're going to see if I'm going to fuck up.
well, that's true too. That's true too, and that's just not going to happen because
Nope.
you're too smart. You're too. I mean, no one's saying
I'm
that.
smarter than all these fuckers.
Well, I understand
Yes,
that.
you are.
What I'm saying is that
You're back, RJ.
Yep.
We-
Yep. I'm back.
okay,
I'm back.
we
yes,
can't.
Yes, she is. She is smarter and wiser than all of them combined, and
Yeah.
because she has you, Eli, to help her, and you have him.
Yes.
And
exactly,
we
RJ.
we have each other.
oh yeah,
We do have each other, and what was I going to say? Everybody makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. My ladies made mistakes. You made mistakes, and we're going to make mistakes. But it's how we handle those mistakes. It's owning those mistakes and then learning from them and moving forward.
well,
So
we're human. We're
yeah,
human,
we're all human, and it's been really nice seeing my lady who had very little experience, doing stuff on YouTube and being a public figure. I mean, she's done some public speaking in her younger days at her kid's school as a PTA president, right, baby?
Yes.
And stuff like that.
And
but never
in the hospital as a nurse.
okay, that too. But nothing at this level of the big stage of YouTube.
No.
And here's the thing, there's one thing that, and I want to get both of your opinions on this. There's one thing I kept hearing in my younger days when I used to work in retail and retail management. When I was working for Costco, people were saying, in retail, if you can work for Costco, you can work for anyone. And Muse Lady says, love her RMP spunk. Thank you, Muse Lady. Appreciate that. So people were saying, if you can work for Costco, you can work for anyone, because Costco is very busy, lots of heavy stuff, very fast paced, right? They deal in bulk and volume and stuff, and it's probably the most difficult job to do. You know, even though it's wholesale, it's still considered a form of retail. It's one of the, you know, most difficult places to work at in the retail, world, and that's why they pay the best and they have the best benefits and all that compared to any of their retailers. So the same thing I'm going to say about YouTube. YouTube to me is the equivalent of Costco in the retail world, meaning that if you can survive on YouTube, you can survive anywhere. If you can figure out how to deal with the nut jobs out here, the trolls, the haters, the crazy ass court of public opinion, if you can learn to deal with that and keep moving forward like I have for 5 years, like my lady has now for almost 6 months, like you have for 4 years, RJ, we can go to any platform and it'll be a piece of cake. And that's why, as much as I despise what happened, as much as I am unhappy at what happened to me regarding what I've been through on this platform over the last several years, okay, I'm actually happy it happened because I learned from it. It made me stronger, 10 times stronger. And now, you know, I can use what I learned to overcome, what happened in the past and better myself, better my channel, and help other people learn this to better themselves and better their channels, or just better their experience on social media, even if they're just a content consumer. So that's my thought about it there. What are your thoughts about it, babe? What are your thoughts?
I you know what? I completely agree with you on everything you just said. Um, I just want to say thank you to Muse Lady. I don't know who you are, but thank you. I'd like to know who you are though.
Okay. Okay, so
Well,
go ahead, RJ.
it's like what you were saying. You know, you have to learn. You have to learn how to deal with people,
Yeah.
and you have to also learn not to give. You know, they say don't give a damn what other people say, and that's so true, because if you when you know it's like that song by Jody Messia and Joe Diffie.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to care. I want to feel
Here's a
something.
quarter.
No,
Here's a
no, no,
quarter.
no, no, no,
No.
no. It's no, no. It's the chorus goes. I really want to care. I want to feel something. Let me dig a little deeper. Nope, sorry, nothing. Might give a damn's busted.
Oh
You know,
wow.
I mean, it's
You
it. Oh
you
yeah,
literally like stumped my
I've
country
never
thing.
I've
But
never heard that song,
have
but it's called My Give a Damn's Busted. And I just looked it
yeah.
up. It was released January 3rd, 2005. It was not in the 90s era where you and I know country the best during that time, baby. It was
oh
released in
okay.
2005. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll check it
yeah,
out.
That's
We'll check it
why.
out.
yeah,
We'll check it out.
Jody Messina, Jody
I
Messina.
love Jody Messina.
Oh, Heads Carolina, Tails
Tails,
California.
California.
Yeah, I love that song. And she also did another one. I'm all right. I got a good friend here with me tonight, and I guess I'm doing all right. I mean, I just
Yep.
love her songs. And Travis Tritt, he did a song. I have a friend. She lives in Indiana with her disabled daughter, and they used to live here, but they moved to Indiana. And she said, "I love Travis Tritt, and my favorite song by him is Anymore." And so the day before, or no, a week before they left, I called her daughter on Messenger. She's like 19 or 20, and I known him for years, and so our families were very close. Because my niece, who has autism, went to school with her daughter, and then her daughter
Mhm.
started participating in Special Olympics and things like that. And so I said, where's your mom? And she's like, oh, well, she's in the car with me. And I said, well, can I call you on Messenger? Because I want to sing something to your mom, because her mom didn't have her phone on her. So I called the lady on Messenger, and I started singing, I can't hide the way I feel about you
Anymore.
anymore. I love that song. I love that song because Travis Tritt, I mean, the way he does his songs, or the way he did his songs, he doesn't sing that much now anymore because he's getting older. But
Oh
the
yeah,
way he would do his songs would be with such feeling and passion
and
and
conviction.
you and conviction, and you don't
Hmm.
find that in country music.
No, you remember? Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares. That's what my lady was talking about. You know.
Yes, I used to sing that song. I used to sing that song a lot. Um,
Hmm.
you say you were wrong to ever
To ever leave
leave
me
me
alone.
alone.
Now you're
Now you're
sorry.
sorry. You're
Your
lonesome
lonesome
and
mistake.
scared. And you say you'd be happy if you could
You could
just come
just
back
come
home.
back home.
Here's a
Here's
quarter.
a quarter. Call
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 someone
someone
who
someone
cares.
who
cares.
cares.
I love that song. And really, it was really funny because Billy Ray Cyrus, because some people were talking crap about Achy Breaky Heart back in
Hmm.
1992.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, for all you people who don't like Achy Breaky Heart, I have one thing to say to you. Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
Ha
Right.
ha!
Right.
Yes.
And everybody started busting out cheering and shit. And it was so funny
Hmm.
because, and Billy Ray Cyrus, I mean, that's how he got his start, was Achy Breaky Heart. And then he did this one song, where am I gonna live when I get home?
Yeah.
My
Oh yeah.
old lady stole out everything I
I
own. Like,
own.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah, dude. Those
but
days
he,
were the best days of
oh,
country. The 90s, RJ. Like
yes,
country got me through my
yes,
relationships in my 20s, my early 20s. I made it
oh
through,
hell yeah,
and a lot of people, they go through breakups, they'll drink alcohol and stuff. Like I would just drive around, listen to sad ass country songs, right? And I'm
hmm,
like, you know what? It can't get any worse than what these guys and gals are talking about in these country songs in the 90s. So I'm not going to drink.
oh
I'm just going to
yeah,
go take a drive in my car and just blast this sad ass country music, right?
oh yeah. I mean, country was
Yeah.
well, and even back in the '80s, you got to remember though, Eli, you had Merle Haggard, you had Barbara
Mm-hmm.
Mandrell, you had Dolly Parton, you
Reba.
had Reba. Yes, Reba. Bless God for Reba. Thank God for Reba. You had Willie Nelson and the Highwaymen. That consisted of Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, and Johnny Cash. You had Garth Brooks, um,
Loretta.
Loretta, yes, Loretta Lynn,
Don't forget about Alan
Tammy.
Jackson.
Alan Jackson, yes, Alan
Mm-hmm.
Jackson. Pardon me. You
You
had
remember? You
all
remember? You
these
remember?
great
You remember
singers.
a guy, RJ? You remember a
Colin
guy named?
Ray.
Colin
Gosh, I can't even
Ray.
get a. I can't even talk on my own
You
show.
remember
Uh,
Colin Ray?
gosh, no
Actually,
one's hearing
Colin
me.
Ray is still performing. He's actually, what a lot of people don't know about Colin Ray is he converted to Catholicism, and he actually sings on a Catholic TV station that I listen to.
Does
Mm-hmm.
he really? Did
Yes.
did he kind of go over with like Vince Gill and Amy Grant, like kind of like that?
He does. I mean, he'll still do his old songs, but like he does a Christmas special every year, and it's very, very beautiful. Him and this other woman did this song, The Gift, and it is so beautiful. It's such a
Yeah.
beautiful song.
Huh.
And he did, and it's really weird you mentioned Colin Ray, because my late grandma, um she would always say every time I would go over to her house, RJ, could you sing that song about the letter that
Love
grand
me.
yeah, love
Love
me.
me.
And I remember a couple of days before she died, because she died of cancer, and I went into her room, and her voice was weak, and she said, RJ, could you sing me that song before I die?
Oh,
And I was like, what song was that, Grandma? The one that Grandma wrote to Grandpa. Could you sing that for Grandma? And I took her by the hand, and I said, I read a note my grandma wrote back in
yes.
1923. Grandpa kept it in his coat, and he showed it
Mm-hmm.
once to me. And as I was singing it to her, she was singing it, and I almost started crying.
If you
I
And
get
am
there before I
crying.
do.
and it was so beautiful. And my aunt Sharon, she put her arm around me. She said, RJ, she was trying her best to sing that song with you. You couldn't see it, but her mouth was moving. And those were the last words my grandma ever spoke. She died 2 days later.
Oh,
God rest her
And I
soul,
went to
RJ.
the Yeah, and I went to her funeral, and I sang a old song. It's an old gospel song, and it goes, "Oh well, I'm tired and so weary, but I must go along till the Lord comes and calls me away. Oh yeah." Oh, it's a beautiful. And the chorus goes, "There will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray. There'll be no
Mm-hmm.
sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There will be peace in the valley for me." And my former pastor, he gave me a
Mm-hmm.
hug, and he said, "Your grandma's looking down on you right now. She is so proud of you."
Amen.
And my
amen.
my
Amen
my
to that.
dad Yeah, my dad, while we were burying my grandma, he was in the hospital because he just had surgery. And so we got back from the funeral. My dad came home, and then just a month later, on May 21st of 2000, he passed away of cancer. So they both had cancer at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was really weird because my dad had just lost his mom, and my grandma and my dad would talk on the phone every night before they went to bed. And my dad had just got home, and I'm sitting in the living room, and my dad picks up the phone, and he puts the phone down on the receiver, and then he started just started crying. And I said, "Daddy, what's wrong?" Because I'd never heard my dad cry before. And he said, "Son, I just felt I just miss my mom. I miss my mom. I love my mom." And I'm like, "Daddy, she's in a better place."
Right.
And he gave me a hug. He said, "Son," he said, "you're right." And he said, "You know something? I'm going there soon." because you know I'm sick. And I said, Daddy, I know you're going to be with her. And he said, son, promise me. I want you to promise me something, son. I said, what's that, Daddy? I'll do anything for you. He said, son, I want you to finish college and I want you to do well. And I said, Daddy, you know I'm not going to give up on college. And you think I'm crazy? And he started laughing. He goes, no. He goes, I just don't want you to give up on college. I said, Daddy, don't worry about it. I swear to you, I will not give up on college. And I got the degrees to prove it, too. I did what my dad wanted.
Amen. Real quick here before we start to wrap this up, another song I was thinking about earlier. I was trying to get in, but both of you were having so much fun. I didn't want to rudely interrupt. Aaron Tippin and There Ain't Nothing Wrong with the Radio. That was one of my favorite songs.
Yes.
Remember that song? Remember that one? Baby, you remember that one, right? Sometimes she runs.
16 speakers crossing my
back dash.
Bob and dog watching everybody
pass. Dual antennas whipping in the wind. Lord, there ain't no country station that I can't tune in.
Well, she ain't a Cadillac, and she ain't
a Rolls.
But there ain't nothing wrong with the radio. Actually, Aaron Tippin actually came to Okeechobee.
Really?
I didn't get to go to the concert because I didn't have tickets, but that was like a few years back. He actually came here to Okeechobee. You know who I actually got to see in concert, Eli?
Mm-hmm.
You probably remember this one, D and Eli, John Conley. He sang Rose-Colored Glasses.
Oh, I've never heard of him
No.
actually.
These
Sing
rose-colored glasses that I'm looking through show only the beauty, 'cause they hide all the truth. That's an old song by by John Conley.
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
you know
John
what I was
Conley
thinking? The funny thing in that Aaron Tippin song was a lot of it didn't make sense. It was just funny. He was like, I got stopped by a cop late last night, out of date tags and no tail light. He said, I ought to run you in, but I'm letting you go. Why? You both tell me. Why didn't the cop take him in?
Because there ain't nothing wrong with his radio.
Because there ain't nothing wrong with the radio.
Yeah, like...
That's all small town shit, baby. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, my God, and like, see, and this is what I grew up on. We had, I don't know if I told you this, Eli, but last year on December 4th of last year, my sister took me to see the group Alabama.
Oh, I love Alabama.
And, Jeff Cook isn't doing too well.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jeff Cook is not singing with the group anymore. There's a guy named Jason. I think it's one of their cousins or something, one of their younger cousins that's helping them out. But Randy Owen, he's still singing. And the other three, Teddy Gentry and the other one is still singing. But Jeff Cook isn't doing too well. But they did this song. "Angels Among Us," and they let us sing it. It was awesome. It was freaking awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, we've got somebody in the chat by the name of Band Garcia. Band Garcia, you trolling, brother?
Who are you?
That's an interesting YouTube username. What's up, Band Garcia? And they've even got a channel icon with the name Band Garcia, but they don't have any content on their channel.
We're just emojis, huh?
Just emojis, yeah. They got a bunch of playlists, but with no content. 5 subscribers, channel created February 22nd, 2022.
Oh.
Band Garcia, are you going to say something, or is it just going to be emojis with monkeys and microphones? Mm.
uh, yeah,
Wow, man,
that.
I've seen all walks of life out here on YouTube, Babe and RJ. I mean, this has just been a fascinating experience.
Oh, and another one. I don't know if you knew this singer, Vern Gosdin. You remember him?
No, no.
Oh God, that yeah, he goes way back to the '60s. He passed away
Mm.
in 2009, but he and his brother actually recorded a few songs in the '60s, like the late '60s, and then Vern Gosdin went solo, and then there was another guy. You probably don't know this guy, Keith Whitley.
Yes, I
Oh,
knew Keith Whitley.
Keith Whitley was he died so young,
So young,
only 33 years old.
so talented.
Very talented. I mean, some of his songs even today. I mean, there's some of his songs that artists haven't even re-recorded because he's so good. He
Yeah.
was so good, and
Well, like him and Alison Krauss did a lot of stuff together.
well, actually, actually there's a song that Alison Krauss recorded with the lead singer of Shenandoah, um, and the music group Shenandoah, and it's called "Somewhere in the Vicinity of the Heart," and that came out in the 1994, 1995, and it's such a beautiful song. But you're right about Keith Whitley. Keith Whitley was my half brother Todd, God rest his soul. He passed away a few years ago, but he was a big fan of Keith Whitley, and he got me onto this. He got me onto this album that he did, and Keith Whitley did this one song, Kentucky Bluebird. I heard your song today, but when I try to touch you, you fly away. I mean, and it's such a beautiful song. And he also did a song with his wife, Lori Morgan, "Till a Tear
Yeah,
Becomes a
Lori
Rose."
Morgan. Oh my God, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, and she did that song with him, with Keith, um, and when he died, then she married Sammy Kershaw.
Oh my God, Sammy Kershaw.
Yeah,
Don't
oh
get me
yeah,
started. She
Sammy.
don't know you're beautiful, or she don't know she's
Yeah,
beautiful.
she don't know she's beautiful. Never crossed her mind. I mean, it's beautiful.
Though
And then
time and time I told
I
her
told her
so.
so. And then she did. And
Yeah.
then Sammy Kershaw did that one song, Vidalia, Vidalia. Girl, won't you tell me why?
Hmm.
Sweet Vidalia, you
Damn.
always gotta make me cry.
This
I
dude knows
mean,
his country music, man. He knows his '90s
Dude,
country and
yeah.
stuff.
I
I
Well,
think I'm thinking RJ, we should do one of our shows on country music.
yeah,
mm.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, Waylon
Cause you and
Jennings.
I know a lot of country music.
Did you know the singer? Did you know the singer Waylon Jennings?
Yeah, he sang the song, the
Uh
Dukes of Hazzard theme song. Just two good old
Waylon
boys,
Jennings, are you kidding me? Of course I know
never
Waylon
meaning
Jennings.
Oh,
no harm. Beats
there's
all
a
you ever
guy
saw. Been in.
trouble with the
Go ahead.
law since the day he was
That
born.
was Waylon Jennings. He sang the Dukes of Hazzard theme song.
Yeah, and
Yes.
there's actually a guy that I met through this new community I'm in. He's from Sweden, and I asked him, I said, "What music do you like?" He says, "I'm into country." I'm like, "Dude, what?" He goes, "Dude, my favorite singer is Waylon Jennings." I said, "Dude, are you sure you're not from America?" He goes, "I'm sure, dude. I am from Sweden." I'm like,
Mm.
"Holy
Waylon Jennings
shit."
is from Sweden?
No, 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 no,
No.
no, 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 no. This YouTuber that I was talking to from
Oh,
Sweden.
okay. Yeah.
He's a fan of Waylon Jennings and his
Oh, okay. He's a
music.
fan of Waylon Jennings. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll have to find you his channel, but this guy knows his country music backward and forward
Mm-hmm.
because he was raised in the 70s and 80s like you were. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy knows his stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
even J Rom, if you listen to J Rom, like he knows his country music too. I mean, if you talk to J Rom, he does know his country. He knows his country music. And even some of the songs in the 70s, in the late 70s, and they weren't country, but they were songs such as Afternoon Delight, um, Don't Pull Your Love Out by Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds. That was in 1971. Um, on a Horse, in the Desert on a Horse with No Name. That was by
That's the group
America.
America. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, my sister and brother-in-law went to see them live. America.
Mm.
Yeah, they went to see him live.
Yeah, I went
ago.
to the desert on a horse with no name.
With no name. Right. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. And so
we got to wrap this up in a couple minutes. So go ahead and get your final thoughts in, RJ and Babe, and then I'm going to wrap this up. We're at an hour 45 minutes. We'll talk more tomorrow. We'll get some more shows going. But yeah, it's almost time for Eli to go lay on the couch and rest after a long day.
All right, and well, my final thoughts are that we had a good show tonight. Everybody, please subscribe to Eli's channel here. Help him grow. If you like the content,
as well as RJ's.
Oh, thank you thank you for that, D. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please do subscribe to my channel, RJ Sandifer. That is RJ and then space and then SANDEFUR, RJ Sandifer, and subscribe. Hit that bell for all notifications, and that way you will know when I go live, and you will also know when Eli goes live, because I will share him out on my community tab. So, as I always tell everybody, be looking at my community tab. You don't know what I'm going to post, but Eli, thank you for having me on, brother. I appreciate it. And D, it was good to talk to you again. And I'll get with you on Messenger, like I said earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to it.
All right.
Great. Thank you so much for being here, RJ. Have a good night. I'm going to put you backstage. You can head out when you'd like, and we'll be in touch tomorrow. Thanks, brother.
All right, man. Love you.
All right. You too. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
All right, Babe, your final thoughts before I wrap this baby up and then call you privately. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think this was a great show. Great way to end it up. I love talking about music. That's my love in life besides my animals and my baseball. So yeah, no, I think it was a great show. I look forward to doing a show with RJ. And yeah, no, good times. Thank you, everybody who was here. I appreciate everybody who was here and supported us.
Yeah. Hang on. So yeah, Muse Lady said, did RJ change his channel? Night RJ, she says. I said, no, same channel he's had for almost 10 months now. Yeah, babe, I feel the same way. It was a wonderful show. Had a great time hanging out with RJ. And we went a little off, on the singing thing towards the end there, but that's okay. We had a little bit of fun. And I think what I'm realizing is that we need to find a way to incorporate music into, helping people work through their issues, because it's helped you, baby. It's helped me. Music has gotten me through breakups in the past and other traumatic situations. Good night, Muse Lady. She says, good night, Eli and RMP. Good night. Thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, no, music is very therapeutic because you can relate to what many of the artists are singing about. And a lot of them are singing about, real life experiences. And so, yeah, it is very therapeutic. And I got to find a way to incorporate it into these shows or into my coaching business without violating copyright. That's the tough thing nowadays. I mean, you can't even if you use even like 2 seconds of a copyrighted song, the Google artificial intelligence, the content ID system is so good. It'll give you a
The only
copyright claim.
thing I think you could do
and you can't
is
monetize. You can't
literally,
monetize that.
babe, I think the only thing you could do is literally speak the lyrics of the song.
Well, no, yes, because the content ID system is an exact matching system. So,
Good night,
I mean,
Muse Lady.
if you sing the lyrics in your voice, it's not going to match the actual, fingerprint of the actual song in the content ID system that Google created for YouTube. So, yeah, that's the thing. But we'll figure out a way to do it. All in all, it was a great show and had a great time having you here, babe. It was great to have you back on the show after a long week of, us working on other things behind the scenes. It was great to have you here, RJ. And, I look forward to what the future holds. Babe, any final thoughts before I put you backstage and wrap this baby up?
No, I think it was a great show, and I appreciate everybody that was here and everybody that tuned in. So I look forward to our next show, and I hope everybody has a safe and good night.
Absolutely. All right, babe. I will be calling you in about 15 to 20 minutes after I shut down the equipment.
All right.
All right, baby. Talk to you later.
Love ya.
Me too. Bye, babe.
Bye.
All right. That was my lady and earlier RJ Sandifer. We're going to wrap this baby up. We are at 1 hour and 51 minutes. So there you have it, folks. RJ Sandifer and I are going to be working on some things. I'm really proud of how he's turned things around and he stayed out of drama and, he's connected with some really awesome people that he's connected me with. And there's a lot more coming to all of our channels, a lot more coming here to the network of Coach Eli channels. I know there weren't a whole lot of people here tonight, but it's coming back. We're connecting with more people, and there will soon be many more positive, like-minded people to engage with in the chats here. So, don't be discouraged by the small numbers. It's just a temporary thing as we rebuild here. But please, I know earlier RJ and my lady were saying subscribe to this channel here, Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. Please do so and subscribe and bang the bell, select the notifications. But also, people keep forgetting that I have a main channel with 7.4K subscribers, and I used to do my live streams and pre-recorded videos there. But now I'm just doing pre-recorded videos there and live streams here. So I'm going to be putting out a lot more content on the main channel. Lot more YouTube shorts and more members-only content there, more bite-sized pre-recorded videos that are easier to consume. So please subscribe to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. Nightbot's been sharing the link in the chat every 7 minutes. Or if you're here on the replay, you can go below the description, a couple lines down. The link is there as well. Or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. Subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and that way you won't miss anything. With that being said, another great day here, a couple streams. That's going to be it for today. I probably won't get much content out on the main channel this week because of how last week went, and I'm still recovering from being a little tired of, having a lot of things to do behind the scenes. But by next week, content will be back on the main channel as well. So keep it locked to both channels and you won't miss anything. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.